I want to welcome everybody to Crunch Your Health. Today we got a pretty fun activity lined up with Child Obesity picking up. It's pretty large right now with our kids kind of sitting in front of the TV playing PlayStation, maybe in front of the big screen watching movies. They're not even in front of their what first thing doing is also eating unhealthy snacks. So today I lined up it's stemming from a compass. I used to be a Boy Scout many years ago, and this was one of the best tools we had going for hiking and what have you. So what we're going to do is take this compass, and I kind of drew this map out a little bit, sort of my own little map, where you can see where I drew pine trees and like a brook. I almost feel like Bob Ross on public TV painting, but I'm not anything like that. So we got those, and basically what we're doing is this compass, set it up to, we're just doing something simple, north, south, east, west. There's different compasses, stuff for outside. This one here happens, like I said, to be something where you can line it up on a map and go from there. And so what we're looking for is landmarks, like hills, valleys, rocks, fence posts, anything like plants, types of trees, where we can set up some type of a landmark where we can have a map to where we're going to go, maybe north to the brook to find a certain food. So we're trying to incorporate not only hiking, but we're adding it to where it's fun, and we're going to have some healthy snacks. There's going to be no store-bought granola bars or any type of these types of bars that they're trying to tell us they're put onto us where they're healthy. So what we have is these little bags. We're going to set this up beforehand. So one of my favorite sources for sugar, and it has a little bit of fiber, protein, is figs. We're going to take a fig, and we also have some dates. What we're going to do is we're going to fill these little bags up. We'll just take a couple of these. That's our little sugar source, so instead of a candy bar, we'll take a fig and a date. And what we're going to do is take these, and we're going to put these at different locations, south, north, whatever. In this map, it could be as simple as going in the backyard for your little kids. Maybe they want to mess around with the compass. You can set it to your swing set, maybe your sandbox, maybe to a slide. But today we're going to go, for part 2 of the video, we're going to be out in the woods. So the second one, for the theme of being outside in the woods, we're going to go with some of the wild berries, even though these aren't wild, but you can find raspberries out there. So we'll take a couple of raspberries to take with us. Another big one for out in the woods and the wild are blueberries. So we'll take a couple of these, throw them in. So this will be like our wild berry section. We're trying to get all these to incorporate them on our little. So that will be it for our berries. So we got berry, we got our source of sugar. The next one is sort of like it's still kind of a sugar aspect. We're going to take some, these are our dried fruits. So do a few, not a big handful. We're going to take a little bit of grapes, and I'm only going to take a little bit because there's so many different varieties. I got a couple, these are Mission figlets. We'll put a couple of those in there. We got some dried cranberries, and all these things here are good for a healthy salad. So we'll put a couple of these in, not a whole lot. I mean, this stuff here is still sugar, but it's nice to have something like this. It kind of reminds you of nature a little bit. This here is blueberries, dried blueberries, and our last one here is pomegranate. So we'll put a little bit of this into our bag. So we got our dried fruit. So this might be, maybe have it over underneath the pine area or even by the brook, but some of these things we're going to have to mark with a flag or something so we can find them, depending on much of a course that you want to set up. Now this group here is another important, and these are all raw. There is no salt, there's no types of chocolate or any type of sugar coatings on these, and these are just raw seeds. Here's no salt. Put a few of the seeds in there. These are important, the seed and nut group. So we got sunflower, we got some pumpkin seeds. These are shelled. So we'll put a couple of these in our little bag. So we're trying to teach the kids on good, natural, healthy snacks. Here's pepitas. We'll put a few of these. Notice they're all raw. So we want to put a whole lot, where this is just a little bit. Now our last group is our nuts. Now, you ever hear the song, just as our open fire, we're not roasting any of these nuts. There's no chocolate coatings, there's no salt, there's no sugar. They're just plain raw. What you can do, some of the ones that are really hard, you can soak them and then dry them so they're a little bit, so they're not hard to your teeth. I remember probably about a year ago, I bit into one of these almonds and I broke my tooth, and it cost me $500 just to get a crown. So that wasn't too healthy for my pocketbook. So right now we're using pecans. Brazilian nuts are really good. There's a lot of stuff out there. Macadamia nuts.
Like I said, we have some almonds. What's good with raw almonds? Make some milk out of it.
So we got some nuts here. Now what's good about using these more natural foods, it's like out in nature. Don't leave these out too long. You want to put these out right before, because if you leave nuts out there, the chipmunks and squirrels are going to get it. So we're trying to get some fun into this activity. We're trying to show different raw foods. We're trying to get some hiking where we're out moving around, and it's in a fun way. It's not like at the gym. I mean, with us setting this, we'll be hiking and walking around. You can make it as complex as you want with a map, or you can just go south, east, west. And so when you're out there, just remember, we're staying away from your processed foods, but don't get too raw and healthy, because back when I was growing up, there's a guy named Joel Gibbons. He ate a pine tree, and unfortunately the pine tree killed him. So stay with the stuff that we know is good to eat. So we'll catch you out in the woods a little bit later, where we try to set something up and show you how to walk through something like this and how to make this fun. As far as the compass, I know we have GPSs on cell phones and stuff, but we're not going to go ahead and buy a cell phone just to take this. This is a good old type of a game that we can play. We used to do it in Scouts a long time ago. So we didn't incorporate all the healthy stuff like we're doing here, but now we're just trying to get out and basically get moving, hiking, good thing for the kids. So we'll see you out in the woods. Processed foods, but don't get too raw and healthy, because back when I was growing up, there's a guy named Joel Gibbons. He ate a pine tree, and unfortunately the pine tree killed him. So stay with the stuff that we know is good to eat. So we'll catch you out in the woods a little bit later, where we try to set something up and show you how to walk through something like this and how to make this fun. As far as the compass, I know we have GPSs on cell phones and stuff, but we're not going to go ahead and buy a cell phone just to take this. This is a good old type of a game that we can play. We used to do it in Scouts a long time ago. So we didn't incorporate all the healthy stuff like we're doing here, but now we're just trying to get out and basically get moving, hiking, good thing for the kids. So we'll see you out in the woods.